Hello and welcome to News Central Television. I am Lekan Onabanjo. The News Central now at this hour begins in South Africa, where President Cyril Ramaphosa has asked his deputy David Mabuza to stay in his position a little longer. Ramaphosa wants Mabuza to wait until the transition processes are finalized. This comes after Mabuza told mourners at a family funeral that he is on his way out and awaiting the president to make an official announcement. Mabuza expressed his desire to step down from his position following the outcome of the governing party's leadership elections in December 2022. In the meantime, ANC Deputy President Paul Mashatile has been sworn in as a member of parliament. He's set to take over from Mabuza. To discuss more on this and the possible political dynamics in the governing party, we are being joined by Sysman Motloung, who is a political analyst. Thank you so much, Sysman, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we understand that the president has asked Deputy President Mabuza to stay on while modalities of his exit are being finalized. Now, do you know what those modalities are, or why it would ask him to pen his exit, or if it was even necessary for him to ask him to just stay a bit?
Yeah, we understand in the previous months, like December, this is when the ANC had its national conference and elected the new people in its office, executive structure. And now, according to the ANC practices, these people at the top, especially the president and deputy president of the party, eventually serve as a president of the country. Now, David Mabuza, who was the deputy president of the ANC, did not succeed to become a deputy president. Therefore, there has to be that ANC practice of replacement. Now, what Mr. Mabuza did, announcing his departure before the president, I think it is something that, from the present point of view, him being rushed to make an announcement and install Mr. Mashatile, who is now the deputy, into an office. But I think it's a matter of timing and preparation in the office of the presidency. That is mainly what is happening currently.
Yes, let's talk about the timing. Was that timing right for him to have announced his resignation? And using that platform, would you consider it appropriate for him to have used the platform to announce his resignation, or probably there was a procedure that he ought to have followed but didn't?
Yeah, customarily, it is the president who announces that I've appointed somebody. And when is somebody resigning, this is also something that comes from the president's office. It is not the person themselves who go to public and declare that I've resigned for whatever reason there is. That's a matter of procedure. But there is also rumors that the president is delaying, and it seems to be some sinister issues from the office of the president, where some are quipping that Mabuza is not gone yet. Now, if Mashatile is in a hurry to become the deputy. So there's that kind of a reporting. And I think what Mabuza did here was not anything sinister. It was him portraying himself as a disciplined cadre of the movement to say, I'm willing to move from the office. There is no bad blood between me and the president. And also I have no grudges against the one who will be succeeding me. So Mabuza here was being opportunist to present himself in a good light, both from the party and the president's point of view. So that is informal, but for me, I don't see anything wrong with what he did.
All right, let's look at his political career. Now, there has been a fallacy that there are two political centers of power between the deputies, that is Paul Mashatile and Mabuza. So do you think there's a bit of power tussles, so to speak, in between these two entities, and that has actually caused the DP to resign?
No, this is ANC culture. It is not an issue of maybe bad blood between the new deputy president and the outgoing one, the new, which is Mashatile, and the outgoing being Mabuza. The ANC has this practice. If you're a president of the movement, you become the president of the country. This is what happened with Mr. Ramaphosa. When he was elected as president of the ANC, Mr. Zuma had to vacate as the president of the country for Ramaphosa to come in. Even though Zuma was delaying, Zuma was saying, give me a few more weeks, give me a few more months, but there was no willingness to give him any extension. But here we have Mabuza, who is willingly presenting himself that I'm leaving office and I'm making space for the incumbent deputy president of the movement. That is how it is going. Then the aspect of a fallacy of two centers of power, I don't know how much a fallacy it is, but I would think it is true because we already see in the cabinet of Mr. Ramaphosa, there are certain ministers who go on public and pronounce a different view, policy view, than what Mr. Ramaphosa did. They are actually contradicting him. Now imagine if Mr. Ramaphosa was just a president of the ANC, sitting at Luthuli House, the headquarters of the governing party, and was a different president. Definitely those clash of interests would manifest significantly in public. So this is how ANC wants to tone down the tensions between itself and those who are in the state, because there are already factions within the ANC. For what I see Mr. Mabuza doing is saying, I don't want any conflict. I don't want to be seen as if I'm reluctant to leave office. So he's presenting himself as a good person currently.
Thank you so much, Sysman, for shedding light on this political impasse.
Thank you.